It's a Flame Tech Football Friday, everybody, here on the RP Show. We got a very special guest. We got to go to the two-shot now. Get this guy on camera, because as he said, he always looks good. But especially lately, you are looking good.
You know, maybe it's not only the black that I'm looking really slender, but, you know, I have actually, it is all under here, you know.
It is, yeah. Hey, this guy, I got to say, very kind of a trivia question. There aren't a lot of guys that have been drafted in both the NFL draft and the CFL draft. You know that, right? There's not that many. Or in your time, there weren't that many. Drafted by the Miami Dolphins, drafted by the Saskatchewan Roughriders in, I think, the same year.
No,
94 Riders, 95 Dolphins.
Yeah.
Went on to an NFL career with the Miami Dolphins, Jacksonville Jaguars, Seattle Seahawks, and then Rough Riders, Blue Bombers, and Argos.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Don Matthews.
That's right. You liked him. A lot of guys don't.
I like Don, man. I didn't mind Don.
Yeah.
You know. I know he was on his way out. He was at the end there, but you know, he was I liked him, man. We got along.
He signed you because he knew what he was getting in you.
Of course,
a worker and an all-star.
Yeah. He also, when he talked to me on the phone too, he said they had a rookie that they were getting ready to start that week because who went down? Wasn't the center. Whatever.
Gosh, if I know. Jude St. John?
No, Jude was the center. Anyway, they didn't want to really start him, and they weren't really quite confident, so they called me on Sunday. I flew out on Wednesday. Practiced Wednesday, Thursday. Flew out to Calgary Friday, started Saturday.
Right. That wasn't a great year for the Argos, as I recall. No,
it was not, man. No, it was. You know what? I kind of thought they may have had a chance of doing something. You know, it's the East, right? It's you know, what to say about the East, right? You know, it's
the least.
Yeah. We know what we think of the East out here in the West, but as far as football goes by, not as far as everything else.
He's from Pickering, Ontario, by the way. Just putting that
I went to high school out there, of course.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and I figured, well, you know, I've been here before. We could probably make a run for this Grey Cup, and when we went there, and you know, after being in the league for so long, and you know, I'm running around on one day, giving it all I have, and the plays they were calling to me didn't make sense, and just to set up and any of that stuff, I was like, they're not trying to. You know, I know the guys that wanted to win, but a lot of the stuff didn't make sense to me. And so I was like,
Let's talk about happy stuff.
Talk to me.
Before we talk about Radon Gas, which is why you're here.
Yeah, talk to me.
Talk to me about Dan Marino. I got photos. I was just at a game with Dan Marino in Miami a couple months ago. Yeah, he said to say hey to you.
Okay.
What was it like?
I don't think you remember, brother. I bet you don't remember.
I did not talk to Dan Marino. I'm joking.
Well,
but you did sit across the bus from him. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah. It's in the book. I got the book.
He's the man, huh?
Yeah, man. He's really cool. He's really good. He was a good quarterback then. Obviously, everyone knows his history and everything, how he was. But as a person, individual, well, too, he's actually a really good person. You know, he's a quarterback. You know, he knows what he does and everything.
He's
like
confident.
That. Yeah, confident. Exactly. I like that. Confident, right? Yeah. He's but he's Dan. You know, that's the man, right?
Man.
So yeah, that's the man. So no, but he took care of his guys and took us out and whatever. Well,
we don't get a lot of NFL vets come through the bunker here, so I just want to ask you this. Because I am going back to Miami here and everywhere. You know what it's like down there. You spend enough time there playing with the Dolphins. It's all anybody wants to talk about is the Miami Dolphins. Whether they're winning or they're losing, and they're mostly losing.
Yeah.
You know that.
Oh, yeah.
What's the problem?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, even though, it's like trying to get over that. I mean, we made the playoffs a couple of times, when I was there. And, I don't know. It's so hard. A lot of people don't realize it's not easy getting to the top and for a Super Bowl or a Grey Cup. It takes a lot of work. And even in this league, with a league of 9 teams, it's it's still just as hard. Doesn't mean you're going to repeat the next year. And it's hard to get there. And what Miami problem is, it's a lot. I mean, it's a free agency, maybe, they don't have enough players or the proper players or whatever it is. It's finding that chemistry, the quarterback can't stay healthy, I don't know, man.
I know when I go, and it's funny you say that because I heard Kim Bocampers on sports radio down there, the former Dolphin. He said all the same things you are. Yeah. He's like, I can't figure it out. They can't tackle. They can't block. They can't make catches. I'm like, I could have said that on the radio.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no consistency. I mean, the thing with teams, there needs to be some consistency, especially when you're winning, right? You can't, consistently not turn the ball over, right? So consistently, win your one-on-one battles and play. It's those things, and they're not consistent. And to get at the top and to have that killer instinct to like, I'm gonna get you down. I'm gonna keep it down, and I'm keep it down, until we're done. You know what I mean? And just show the dominance over people, and that's what I like to see. In play, individual play with people and team especially. That's kind of how I like to play.
For sure. Because you've been on winning teams too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So let me ask you this. We got 1 week left in the regular season in the CFL. Then it's playoff time and Grey Cup in Hamilton. When you get the snow starts flying, do you think about being out there? Do you remember your times in great playoff runs? You must.
You know what, man? People ask, one of the coldest games. I remember one of the coldest games is when I first came up here, when we went that Grey Cup.
97.
Yeah. So I went to Winnipeg. We went to Winnipeg, right? And that's why Winnipeg. It's always cold there. It's the coldest place in Canada. I believe it. Right? It was so cold there. We got up. By the time we got off, we got in the locker room. Anthem played, and kickoff. Right? Did a play. Came out for a drink of water. The bottle was frozen.
Of course.
Frozen. I couldn't get any water out of it. It's like, well, it's not like I was sweating anyway, but. It was cold. That was one of the coldest places. So do I like playing in the cold? I'm not a cold guy. I'm a warm body person, right? Definitely like the heat.
Miami.
Yeah, I love the heat. I love, even now my house stays like 73 to 75. I keep it tropic. The wife hates it, but anyway.
She's a cold weather gal.
She's from Glenavon.
Yeah. I just heard that.
Yeah.
By the way, for those that don't know, this guy sitting to my right, your left, is a 4-time CFL All-Star, 3-time Most Outstanding Lineman, a Hall of Famer. Man, you're not wearing your rings. Do you ever wear your rings, your Hall of Fame ring?
No, no, I didn't have them. I do wear them every so often, just in the occasions, trying to keep things simple, But yeah, I do have them.
Well, speaking of your house, is it all radon proofed?
Radon proof. I have a very low
radon
level. It's
That's
50,
why he's here, folks.
Yeah, it's 50 and below, right? It's definitely 50 and below. I'm much more educated about it now since I've been involved. We have a walkout basement, and it's pretty well ventilated and everything like that. And I get it tested. I have a long-term test kit and put it down there, and so. Those things do help keep the levels of radon down low in your home. Mine is below 50, which is really good, right? We'd like to get it down. It's not bad at all. And that was also in the kids' room. I also test the kids' room because they're sleeping in there 8 hours a day. Right?
I took a fast off ramp. I should tell the folks that Drew, along with some other CFLers, is a spokesperson for Tackle Rodon. It's a radioactive gas that comes from the breakdown of uranium, which I didn't know till you told me about it a couple of years ago. And that where we live out here on the prairies is
hot spot. Hot, really hot.
So you're kind of out getting the message out to test your homes because it causes cancer.
It's caused lung cancer. So a lot of people don't know radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. Right, and obviously smoking is number one, right? So it's the number 2 leading cause of lung cancer. So a lot of people aren't aware of that. And being in Saskatchewan, we are in a hotbed. The Prairie provinces, Manitoba, Alberta as well, right, was based on the uranium that's based in our soil, right? So it's definitely a hot spot here in the province, and every home, building, anything that's in contact with the ground has some level of radon in it. How much it is, you don't know unless you test, right? You need we're the radon campaign. November is radon month, right? It's deemed that now as well. So there's awareness all across. I guess definitely here in Saskatchewan, across the provinces as well too. And we just want to let people aware of this deadly gas. It's a breakdown. It comes into your home through cracks in your basement, some pumps, whatever it is, right? And it builds up in your home. a lot of people don't know that since 2013, I want to say in Saskatchewan, I want to say 2012 in Canada, but 13 was adopted in Saskatchewan. I'm not a dictionary, so I don't know. So, but anyway, every home and building when they're being built, it has to be plumbed, ready for radon gas. Right? Every new home since 2012 and 13 has to be plumbed for radon gas. It's mandated now. So, a lot of older homes before that weren't plumbed for that. It wasn't really recognized. Right? It comes into your home, it builds up, and the only way to get rid of it, you have to go to a radon mitigator that knows how to, detect where the gas is coming from, and get rid of it. Right? A lot of older homes, I would say, with cracks in basement walls and stuff like that, are a lot more susceptible to that as well, too. Right?
Right. And you mentioned the kit and testing. You can go right to the website, tackleradon.ca.
Where's the camera at?
Yeah, order your test kit.
Tackleradon.ca, there it is.
Yeah, it's inexpensive. Tackleradon.ca. You can do the test yourself. Right?
Yeah, it comes, it's an alpha kit. It's recommended by Health Canada. It's really small. It looks like those old school 35 millimeter cases, but SRC Saskatchewan Research Council is one that produces this kit, right? So buying a test kit actually does support local as well too. So you put the kit in say a section of your house, basement where where you spend at least 4 hours a day. I put it in the kids' room. I know they're there 8 hours a day, and I know the basement's pretty ventilated as well. And after 3, follow the instructions on it. You'll send it in. They'll send you reminders after 3 months for you to mail it back. It comes with also a return package as well for mail. So you'll get it mailed to you, and you get a return mail package. It's the test kit comes with 3 months, and you also get the results calculated as well. And that comes with all the price of $65 plus tax, right? So that's really, really cheap, right? It's a way to protect your family, your home, your kids. It's one of the things I would say, one of the impact that really shook me when I first got into it, involved around 3 years ago. This is year 3 now. Met a gal at the Radon conference in Saskatoon. Her name was Rachel Melbeck. I think it's a female hockey player. I can't remember her name, from the U.S. And she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer at 33. Right? She was an Olympic hockey player, athlete, getting ready for run the marathons and stuff like that, and wasn't sure. Never smoked. Wasn't sure exactly how she contracted lung cancer. She went back and tested her home where she grew up in with her parents. And which was really high levels, and then she went and tested the home she was in with her kids, also had high levels too. So she was constantly breathing that in. She had stage 4 lung cancer at 30. Always imagine obviously it wasn't her fault. Nobody knew anything about it. Time out. You want me to call time out?
No, you're good. But
yeah, and
you don't want that to happen to our viewers.
No, exactly. I'm protecting my family. I've protected everyone in my family. It's a close circle I've made aware of, or alumni association, friends, and I'm here in the community. Saskatchewan has been really good to me, right? And everyone knows I'm still involved in the community, and this is just another way of letting everyone raising awareness of getting tested.
TackleRadon.ca. We do have to break, but Drew, always good seeing you. Thanks for spreading the word.
No problem.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of the Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.